Have you ever thought you saw something that wasn't really there? Maybe in the corner of your dark room watching you? Could you have an out-of-body experience and swear that it actually happened? Or even say that you have the power to control every aspect of your dreams? All of these are just another form of your brain playing tricks on you, or otherwise known as illusions. I'm Felicia Gambino, and welcome to the Illusions of Living. Today I'm here with Ryan, Nia, and Sam. How are you guys feeling today?
I'm excited to be here. I'm happy. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna learn some new stuff. I have no clue about most of this, but I'm ready to go.
And what about you guys?
Yeah, I feel the same way, had a couple experiences, but wondering how everyone else's has been.
All right, since that was such an enthusiastic introduction to everyone. Anyways, I have some questions, like I said before, and have any of you guys, I know you have, what about you two? Have you guys ever seen anything or something like that?
I mean, I feel like everyone's seen like a shadow move in the corner of their eye. Like, I don't know if that's like an illusion or whatever.
Well, it can count, yeah.
I've seen a lot of things when I was little. No, I'm not playing. When I was little, my mom had a picture of my grandpa who's not alive. Don't laugh at that, yo. We had a picture of my grandpa who's not alive in my mom's office, and I came up to her and I said his name because we called him T when he was alive, and I was like, oh, that's T, and my mom hadn't said who he was yet, told me who he was, and I was like, I told her who he was without having known who he was, I guess, and I was like, yeah, he comes to me in my dreams. Creepy, but yeah, I said that. I was like 3.
Okay, so I don't know if that's an illusion or not, but
But
I think
that was something I saw or heard.
Yeah, it was probably like a mix. I
think when you're younger, my mom said that when you're younger, spirits enter you quicker. Children. So the spirits were in me.
All right, well,
Yeah.
with that, I feel the need to explain the key difference between hallucinations and illusions. The main difference is the presence of external stimuli. An illusion is the misinterpretation of existing stimuli. A person may perceive something differently than what it actually is, like a sound or an object. A good example of this is mistaking a shadow for a person, while hallucination is perceptions of something that actually doesn't exist. Hallucinations are often associated with certain medical or mental health conditions, substance abuse, or side effects of medication. With that, I have a video that will explain what I just said even better.
Look at something, what you're really seeing is light. Specifically light from the sun, or a light bulb bounces off whatever you're looking at and enters into your eye. The light is then converted to electrical signals that your brain can turn into an image. This process takes about 1/10 of a second, so at any given moment your eyes are taking in an incredible amount of information. It's really difficult for your brain to try to focus on everything at once, so our brain takes shortcuts, simplifying what we see to help us concentrate on what's important. This trait helped early humans survive encounters with fast predators, or at the very least, avoid running into trees. These shortcuts are also at the heart of how visual illusions fool our brains.
I have an image that goes along with this video. If you look into the center, you could see that the image moves. Now, it's not actually moving.
Oh my god, it's moving, sorry.
It's your brain playing a trick on you, aka the illusion. So, I know Sam felt it and saw it.
Yeah.
What about you two?
I don't know. I'm not really seeing. Am I supposed to look dead center of it?
So normally people look at the dead center for a good minute or so, and they start seeing things. But I mean, it all depends on the person.
I see it.
I don't really see it moving like that.
Well, this also might not be the greatest example, to be honest.
Not all of it's moving, it's just the red.
The
And
dark
the
red,
orange.
I feel like it might be pulsating a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Well, it's not the greatest example, but it's there. So with that, let's move on to something that you might not have known it as illusion. Sleep paralysis. Have any of you guys ever experienced sleep paralysis? I know I have.
Yes.
Wait, what is that?
Sleep paralysis is known as an episode where you're not normally able to move or speak, and it lasts a short amount of time normally, 1 to 2 minutes, and it's obviously pretty frightening, as seen on the image on the screen.
That's you? Wait, is that hold
No,
on.
that's a common thing what people see during sleep paralysis.
Oh, and
People often see things that aren't necessarily there, becoming the illusion part of it. It can be so severe sometimes where you're unable to breathe.
Wait. I think I saw one of those when I was little. I saw something when I was little. I was in my mom's room. My mom has kind of a big room, so it's kind of scary. And there was this like Chewbacca. It was like Chewbacca height. Like it was kind of like tall, like that. And it didn't have a head, and it was really freaky. And I remember just staring at it. I was really young, so I don't remember if I couldn't move or anything. But I remember seeing that. So maybe that's just a little bit.
Yeah, when I was younger, I had a really bad episode where I saw it and I couldn't breathe because I thought it was trying to like
Oh my God.
harm me. So I couldn't breathe for like 2 minutes.
Do you still have sleep paralysis?
Not often now because I fixed my sleep schedule, which is also a main cause of this. So why you can't move or breathe during this is because you haven't fully regained your awareness. While you're asleep, your brain goes through multiple stages. And one we're focused on during this is REM sleep. Sleep paralysis occurs when you're awake. Sleep paralysis occurs when you wake up while you're still in the stage of REM sleep. It's also the reason why you're unable to move or speak, like I said before. Your brain thinks you're still sleeping. That's why it hasn't like turned on everything to say, hey, you're awake. And I have a video that's gonna explain this again, even better than I probably can.
Picture this. You wake up from your sleep, seemingly conscious and alert, but something feels uncanny. You can't move or speak, and you feel something pressing down on your chest. You try calling for help, visioning yourself screaming and shouting, but in reality, you can't move a finger. This is commonly referred to as sleep paralysis, and although much about it remains a mystery, we do have a basic understanding of how it unfolds. During the REM stage, the deepest stage of sleep, our brains toggle off our sense of consciousness and activate REM atonia, a temporary period of muscle inactivity. REM atonia serves as a safety mechanism to prevent us from physically acting out our dreams. Sleep paralysis happens if we unexpectedly gain consciousness at the beginning or end of REM sleep when REM atonia is still in effect. This results in our brain being awake while our bodies are not. We might even hallucinate, be it in feeling as if we're suffocating, imagining the presence of an intruder in our midst, or even feeling as if we're having something akin to an out-of-body experience. So what can we do to prevent it? Although there is a lot to be discovered about the phenomenon, scientists recommend not laying on our backs to avoid disturbing our oxygen intake, as well as adopting a stable sleep schedule to ensure smooth transitions between phases of sleep.
So, what did you guys think about that video?
Uh-oh. I sleep on my back.
Me too.
It's that's scary. Like I don't understand. Well, I understand it now, but like it's so terrifying, I guess. Like
Because you can't move, and then this just creepy thing that can have like a lot of eyes, a lot of teeth, can just like appear.
I don't know how I'd like mentally recover after, in full honesty. Like
I only
You're
saw
just
two
really
eyes.
confused because after that, like sometimes you wake up, or well, most of the time you wake up. People don't really fall back asleep after that.
I saw two eyes. I only saw two eyes on that sleep paralysis
Well, I guess it
monster.
just depends on the person and what they're afraid of. Like, if they're afraid of things with a lot of teeth, I guess it's just gonna be like a whole thing of teeth.
If you don't like teeth, don't sleep on your back, yo.
do you know if there's like a reason why it like appears as something that you should be afraid of?
Normally, it's just like the person's fears. Like, it could be, like, say it could be the fear of someone breaking into your house. I feel like that's a fear everyone has, someone breaking in, trying to harm you. That's why it's, like, always, like, somewhat mostly a form of a person, but can always be something else. Like, it could be, like, a whole circle of whatever and scare the crap out of you.
Like 5 Felicias standing at my bed.
Yeah, that would be kind of scary if that was just me seeing myself. Yeah.
No, me. Like if
You
that was my
see 5
sleep
me's?
if that was my sleep paralysis demon, that
Oh.
would not be good.
Okay. Just in case if you guys ever, I picked this topic because it was interesting. Also, if you guys are struggling with sleep paralysis, or in the future if you are, as said in the video, a way to prevent this is you can get medical treatment if this is like really, really severe, or adopting proper sleep schedules and eating schedules and stuff. Proper scheduling is the best, obviously, and don't have caffeine before you go to bed. like, don't drink coffee before you go to bed, because it's just a distraction and a disturbance. Some people also think phones are bad for you too before you go to bed, but I don't really think it's that,
No,
to be honest.
your phone's good for
I mean,
you.
in all honesty, I find if I turn up, I don't know if you guys just, like, I know a lot of people, like, fall asleep watching their phone.
Yeah, my
But,
aunt
like-
does that. I have
No.
pictures of her with just her scrolling on Facebook and her sleeping.
But, like, even just turning on, like, the blue light filter on my phone, I fall asleep, like, 10 times faster. It is.
Yeah, your phone's really good for you.
It definitely affects how no, like, I'd fall asleep quicker if I didn't use my phone, obviously. But, like if I just left, like, no filter on, it takes me, like, 2 hours to fall asleep. But if I use, blue light filter, I'm asleep 5 minutes either way.
All right. So, since we're on the topic of sleeping, there is another illusion that can occur while you're sleeping. Lots of people are able to do this and are normally able to learn from a video. So I have a video, but let me explain this a little bit further. It's lucid dreaming. So, within a lucid dream, you are aware that you're in a dream, and you're able to control everything from said dream. I, for one, personally think that it's really cool and interesting. Like, have you guys ever been able to lucid dream? I never have, even though I know I'm dreaming, I'm just, like, stuck there. What about, have you ever been able to control a dream?
Yeah, I've been able to control a dream. Like, there was, like, this crazy week where, like, I had, like, one lucid dream, and it was, like, really scary. Like, I don't remember what I was doing, but there was something that was happening. And I told my mom, and she was like, just try to control your dream. I was like, okay, I guess. Like, I don't know.
I find, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I mean, I find, like, all this, like, dream stuff very, very scary. Like, I don't want, like, in my sleep, just be sleep. Like,
But you're afraid you're gonna see something you wish you never saw.
I don't know, but, like,
Five Felicias.
like, I don't know if this is true. Like, you said anything can happen. So if you think of, like, negative thing, you're, like, when you're lucid
that can
dreaming,
happen.
the negative thing's gonna happen. So it's like,
If you die in a dream, you could wake up, but you don't always wake up from that dream.
Yeah.
I don't like that idea.
I had a dream once where I was in a field and I got hit by Thomas the train, and I did not wake up until later.
Oh my god.
When I was, like, 6, for whatever reason, I had a dream. I was, like, in the middle of the woods on, like, the edge of a cliff with my grandfather, and we got attacked by a pack of wolves. I got launched off a cliff, and it was just one of those, like, just, like, falling to your death dreams.
Oh.
I don't know what was up with it. So
Yeah, dreams have meaning, but sometimes dreams are just so stupid and weird that it's like, does this actually have meaning? Like getting hit by Thomas the train, does that have a meaning? So with those interesting stories, I think it's time to bring up the video to explore.
Astral projection is essentially an intentional or an unintentional out-of-body experience where you actually leave your physical body and explore other realms with your astral body. Now, many people actually naturally experience astral projection or OBEs when they have what's called a near-death experience, and thousands of people, if not tens or hundreds of thousands of people, actually have these near-death experiences every single year and report this phenomenon of being out of their physical body, being able to see themselves from a different point of view, from above their physical body, from their astral body. Now, like I said, many people experience astral projection naturally when they are in a near-death experience, but of course you don't want to have to wait until then in order to actually astral project. So you can intentionally decide to have an astral projection experience or an OBE by following various techniques. So astral projection is based on the idea that multiple bodies exist within us and that the physical body is just one of these bodies. So this idea has been sort of hidden from us for many years, but if you look back in ancient history and amongst ancient civilizations, you can find that astral projection was very common and they used to do this fairly often. In fact, the ancient shamans and wise men used to do astral projection fairly regularly as a way of knowing things and sort of gaining wisdom, getting answers to questions and getting advice about what the tribe should do next. But then as civilization advanced, these things were lost and we were programmed to believe that we can't actually do this stuff, that we can't astral project and that it's all a load of nonsense. So the ability to separate the astral body from the physical body has sort of been lost over the years, but I'm going to explain in a couple of minutes how you can learn how to do that again and how to actually have astral projection regularly.
Anyway, with all that information about lucid dreaming is truly something I would never guess that actually happen. I know I have friends that often lucid dream, and honestly, I think they're kind of interesting what they dream about. Excuse me. With that comes another form of illusion, an out-of-body experiment. A good example of this is the image I provided. An out-of-body experience is a well-known phenomenon where a person feels like ignore the image. Well, don't ignore it, but it's a funny image. It reminded me of Scooby-Doo. Like they're awake and can see their body from their soul separates from their body. Like they separate it from their physical body. I said that already. Some say that this happens when they connect with their spiritual self. Have you guys ever had an out-of-body experience, and what do you think that state would feel like?
I've had an out-of-body experience before, but it wasn't good because I was dying. Because, okay, I was a very, sick child because I had asthma and peanut allergy. So one day I went to the store with my mom and I got this yellow bag of M&Ms, and we thought it was just regular M&Ms.
Peanut.
And so I'm walking out the store. I remember this day very much so. I was walking out the store, I was eating the M&Ms. Next thing I know, I was actually on the ground. And then next time I woke up, I was in the ambulance. And then next time I woke up, I was in the hospital. And I remember seeing my mom, she was crying right next to me. There's two girl nurses right next to me. One was blonde and one had brown hair. And I saw myself, I was just lying down like this. And I saw myself from the ceiling, and I was trying to move, but I couldn't move. But I was able to see myself, and I was hearing everything around me. But I was seeing, and it was so strange, and I was so young. So I don't know. It's kind of random.
That's so scary.
When that happened to you, you're still your brain, right? Because it's just
you're still alive.
So is all the surroundings still intact? Everything looked normal still?
Everything was regular. Everything looked the exact same. When I was able to be conscious again, because I was in that room for 4-ish days, I think, everything was the exact same. So it wasn't an illusion of different things.
That's strange.
Yeah, out-of-body experiences commonly happen with near-death experiences. They can also happen when people feel like they connected with their spirit and their soul and stuff, and feel that they can connect with the universe and stuff like that. It's also a religious thing too. There's definitely a religious aspect to it as well. So what about you two? What do you guys think? What are your opinions on it?
I think it's pretty scary. I've never had I don't dream much at all. I probably have 2 dreams a year.
You dream every night, you just don't remember them.
Okay, yeah. Well, I count a dream as remembering it, So all these ideas of astral projections and whatnot are so otherworldly to me. It's kind of hard to comprehend, So I think it's just all kind of scary.
Yeah, you said that about everything.
I know. It's my honest opinion here. I think it's terrifying most of the time.
Just wait until you hear about hallucinations one day, because that's a whole different. Well, it's kind of similar. Not really. They can be worse. So with that fun topic, I think it's time to show the video about out-of-body or these spiritual experiences.
How are lucid dreams initiated? There are 2 means of initiating a lucid dream. Dream-induced lucid dream, or DILD. This is when something within the dream triggers the dreamer to understand that they are dreaming. Wake-induced lucid dream. This is where the dreamer moves from states of wakefulness to dreaming with no loss of awareness.
That was willed, dude.
So lots of people wonder if having these out-of-body experiences are safe or not. That you could say that about every illusion we talked about today. Sleep paralysis and lucid dreaming both contain their own dangers within themselves. You could stop breathing from sleep paralysis. I don't really know these out-of-body experiences if something truly dangerous could happen. I mean, maybe you can go a little crazy thinking that you have the awakened power, which has happened to some people. by saying that they were the chosen one. But I don't think there's that much harm to that despite like some psychological thing happening. And sleep paralysis, we already said, and the out-of-body, anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I did. I'm glad I got to tell you guys this. I wrote about this for my 6th grade paper.
Wow.
In 6th grade, you wrote about this?
Yes, and she never gave me back my document.
Oh.
You wanted it back?
Yes.
She was proud of it.
I drew a whole poster for it and everything.
What would be
Can we see it? Oh.
What would be like the point of taking that though? Like,
I don't know, because she's evil. Oh
She
wait,
probably
maybe I
uses
should say
it as
that.
an example.
Yeah,
for
hopefully.
classes.
Or maybe she threw it out. Anyway, I hope you guys learned and enjoyed my topic as much as I did. And yeah, have a great day with ominous music.